Can I be of any help, buddy? So no then. Did you know they make coffee flavored Patron? Are you just gonna get hammered? Get me a toaster. Magic Angel Robot from Winnipeg.
What the hell are you talking about?
This team is ruining my life. Coffee flavored Patron for when you want to get blackout, but you also have stuff to do. Oh, how much liquor does Steve have? Not enough. Leafs lose 3-2. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're the Tampa Bay Lightning. Doesn't matter. Also, collect yourself. Leafs lose 3-2 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. See, that wasn't so hard. Oh, that's tequila and coffee. Who thought of that? A genius, that's who. You know, I can't even pretend that I find that gross. That's delicious. So, let's have an adult conversation. Let's bring this down now. Let's get serious. Here are the facts of this game. Not like something you receive in your printer. No, that's FAX. F-A-C-T-S facts. The Leafs lost this game 3-2. Alright, they lost by 1 goal to the Tampa Bay Lightning, a team that's much higher than them in the standings. That's alright. That's an acceptable loss. If you didn't watch the thing, you might even say, hard fought. Yeah. Oh, and then you look at the fact that they had a 2-0 lead. Oh, well, that's a 2-goal lead, and they lost 3-2, so, they gave up 3 unanswered goals. They coughed up a 2-0 lead. Oh, that's not good. That's bad. Then you find out that both goals were scored in the first period. Hey, that's good. Good start. That's good. Then you find out that in that period, they were actually outshot 15-4. That's not good or bad. That's voodoo. Then you look at the fact that at one point in the game, it was 2-1 for the Leafs, and the shots were 21-4 for the Lightning. All right, the score is 2-1 for the Leafs, and the shots were 21-4 for the Lightning, so that means that James Reimer stopped 20 shots, and Ben Bishop had stopped 2. So at that point in the game, James Reimer had stopped 10 times the amount of pucks that Ben Bishop had. And I actually had some people tweeting me after I said that, well, actually, he's only faced 5 times more shots. Oh, okay, you're right. Oh, we wouldn't want it to be ridiculous, would we? Stop being so overdramatic. Tampa only had 5 times the amount of shots the Leafs did, as it grew to like 25-5 at one point. There goes that Reimer apologist again, talking about how Reimer had to stop 10 times the amount of shots his opponent did. What kind of goofy bullshit is that? Then you look at the fact that Steven Stamkos had the game-winning goal. That's not good or bad. That's just guaranteed! Stamkos is scoring on the Toronto Maple Leafs. That is written in stone. Every single game, it happens all the time. I'm pretty sure Stamkos once scored on the Leafs in a game between the Leafs and the Bruins. That's how often he scores on the Leafs. The Bruins have Stamkos? No, they can't afford him, but I know they're trying to trade for him. Then you look at the fact that the Leafs cough up 2-goal leads on consecutive nights, and they get outshot to balls on consecutive nights, and they pick up 0 points in consecutive nights. Both those games on the road, which the Leafs are going to be on an awful lot for the second half of the season, which starts basically now. So let us now have our adult conversation. Do you like the Leafs' recent additions? How rude of me. Let's go through the Leafs' recent additions, shall we? Mike Santorelli. I mean, come on. A lot of people are comparing him to Mason Raymond from last year. Santorelli might be performing even better. Daniel Winnick. Who doesn't like that guy? Hard-nosed, can play both ends of the ice, and he grows a 5 o'clock shadow by 2 in the afternoon. Who doesn't like that guy? And again, the price. Richard Panik, Ricky Panman, Ryu, Whitford. Sweet. Leo Komarov. Who's not loving Leo Komarov? Come on, I saw you get his jersey for Christmas. David Booth. I mean, for a 4th liner, yeah, pretty good. Stefan Robidov. Not so much on the ice. He's okay, but I understand the need for a veteran presence in there for sure. Roman Polak. He was a hard sell for me, but I'm actually kind of liking him. If you want to go back far enough, Peter Holland. Pistol Pete. Oh my goodness. And lastly, there's Matt Fratton. He's scoring on the Marlies. Nona, Stu, Shanahan, whoever the hell is making the decisions these days, I don't really care. They've been making the right decisions, I think. So now, knowing that, what do we have here? Well, actually, no. What did we have last year? We talked about all the recent additions. Let's talk about what has changed. Well, the season starts and the team gets a whole bunch of wins, and the fans are super happy about it, and they're super optimistic. The shooting percentage is real high, so is the save percentage, and they're getting outpossessed to crap. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be talking about last season. So anyway, I think you get my point. The super concerning thing about what's going on with this year's Leafs is earlier in the season, they had nights like this. They had nights where they got outshot to bloody hell. Whoever was in net, Bernier or Reimer, had to stand on their head, and they scored at a ridiculous shooting percentage, and it was just unsustainable and ridiculous. But it wasn't every game, night in, night out. It was on occasion, and if they did get outshot, it was like, 5 shots. You know, they would outshoot opponents on occasion too. Remember when they outshot Colorado? That was neat. That was festive. And as the season has gone on, it's gotten more and more and more consistent. All right, so the team has the same problems as last year and the year before and the year before, and they've changed over bodies, and for the most part, we've liked the change. So what do we need to look at? We need to look at who was already there. Well, you know who you can look at? You can look at Jonathan Bernier and James Reimer, who every now and then turn in a stinker, but you know what? For the most part, they kind of save the Leafs' ass every night. Okay. Well, how about Phil Kessel? Team's leading scorer, year in, year out, for goals, usually assists, always points. But when he goes on those slumps, those pesky slumps, that streaky player, But wait a sec, wait, he got an assist in this game. He's on the Leafs' top line, but he's a winger. I'm kind of wondering how much he contributes to the Leafs getting doubled in the shot column. Well, then maybe you look at Dion Phaneuf, this team's captain, this team's leader. Assist in this one too, by the way. This team's workhorse, this team's captain. He plays the most minutes on the team, night in, night out. Number one defenseman, at least on the Leafs. You know what? Maybe. Steve, what are you getting at? All right, I'll finally get to the point. Fire Randy Carlyle. You could argue that the team had changed at least a little bit. They're falling back into the same old crap. Oh, but Steve, they have a winning record. Who gives a damn? This team can be undefeated right now. I've seen this stupid movie before. Everyone talks about, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the 18-wheeler. An 18-wheeler can only go off the side of a cliff once! The Toronto Maple Leafs are much more like Wile E. Coyote. And they get big, expensive ACME products like David Clarkson and they shove them on the power play. Like, that's a great example of what I'm talking about. We can talk about splitting up the top line. Oh, Tyler Bozak isn't a true number one center. Take him away from Phil Kessel at least at 5-on-5. I don't have the strength to have that conversation right now. If I did have the strength to have that conversation right now, I would say Bozak has been with Kessel for several years, but like I said, I don't have the strength to have that conversation right now. But it does have to do with the theme of Randy Carlyle not knowing what to do with his lineup. Heading into this game, do you know how many players in the National Hockey League have more power play points, just points on the power play, than David Clarkson? 300! Take him off! What are you waiting for? Who do we put to replace it? Literally anybody! But a third defenseman, I don't give a crap. The guy's got 1 point in over an hour of power play time. This is where who we decide to criticize and when fascinates me. Remember when Nazem Kadri had no power play points? It was a while, and people talked about it for a while. But then he finally scored, and it kind of went away. Oh my God, is David Clarkson lucky that his name is David Clarkson? Otherwise, they would be all over him for this garbage. And you know what? I don't even think it's Clarkson's fault. Who should we put on our second power play? I don't know, that guy in our third line coming off a 5-goal year? Are you a goof? I'm not blaming the Leafs play on Clarkson. I'm using him as an example. One thing you cannot take away from Randy Carlyle is even when the Leafs were winning, but they were starting their little possession downward spiral, he was like, yeah, but we're getting fed pretty often. It's not good. But when I'm just going along and I'm in my car and I hear a loud pop and then my car kind of starts to lean and I pull into the mechanic, I don't want the mechanic to go, yeah, well, you see your tires pop there. That'll be a contract extension, please. But you haven't fixed my... Sign right here, sir. But the team still sucks! Contract extension, sign right here, sir. Where did you get that accent? This is supposed to be a brave new era for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Even before the game, they were talking about, well, the Leafs are 6th place in the East, and that's alright. And you know what? That is kind of alright if a 6th place team in the East is really what the Leafs are. History and the trends suggest they are not. They are worse. If the Toronto Maple Leafs want to be bold, if the Toronto Maple Leafs want to be better, and they want to alleviate this symptom of suckage, they will fire a coach with a winning record. Or you know what? Just wait it out. Just wait it out till the end of the season. It's fine. You know, because Mike Babcock and all that jazz, they're totally gonna get him. I'll just be waiting here with 82 videos a season and my coffee Patron. So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. If you've fallen behind on the videos, there is a playlist somewhere over here on the screen, and I will see you next time. And their next game is on. Oh, we're gonna get to know each other.